Hola, mi gente. Joe Barretto, live from Hackensack, New Jersey, from the Credit Card Connection Studios. And today, it is my honor and pleasure to have with me the man, the myth, the legend, Chad. Chad from Chad's Money Minutes. How you doing, papi?
I got one word to say. Wepa!
Así mismo, papi. Así mismo. Wepa! You got
You
it.
know
You got it.
that's a tradition that got to happen. That has to happen on the channel, right?
Yo, that's it. That's it. That's how we roll now. You know, you Anthony was knighted a Boricua. Luke is now Boricua, he says. So we just adding them on here. How you doing, Papa? How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I'm really good. Had a great day at work. Family's downstairs. I got health. I got wealth. I mean, what more could I ask for?
Not. I want to thank everybody. Juan, how you doing, Papi? Juan Garcia's in the house. Good to see you, Papa. I want to thank Xavier. Ready? Jesus Christ. Okay, Xavier, why do I love you, bro? Thank you, Papi. I appreciate that. The love, the love is real, guys. I really do appreciate it. I want to thank Lonnie, who's coming in from Korea, South Korea. Lonnie, yo, my man. Thank you. That bro, Chad. What do we say to that, Chad?
Yo, Lonnie does it. One thing that stands out to me about Lonnie is when I discovered his channel, when I first started watching his channel, like when I tell you just cool as a fan doing major stuff. You know what I mean? Who goes to Spain and then turns around and goes to Korea? Who, like, you know what I mean? He's not, it's like, it's like somebody telling you that they traveled, right? And they've been in Queens all their life, but they went to Central Islip and they went to Newark and they think they've traveled the world. You know what I mean? He's doing it. Lonnie's a beast.
Lonnie, God bless you, Papi. Thank you for being here. I got John in the house. Matt, thank you guys for being here. Sledge, salute, Papa. Salute, Sledge. Good to see you, Sledge. Juan Garcia's in the house. Xavier again, Papi. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that, Pa. Thank you so much. And I got to give a quick shout out here, Chad, to John for getting that hard to get to 100 subs.
Oh, he made it today? I
Today.
didn't even know.
Today. Like right before we came on, I saw it on the Discord. So, John, mi hijo, saludos, felicidades. That's how you do it, Papa. The hardest one is always the first one, and that's how you do it. Proud of you.
Congrats.
Proud of you. You know? John, come on, man. Seriously? Thank you, Papi. Thank you. And I want to thank the channel members we got here as well. I got one of them here with me. Sledge is also in the house. Juan, John, I thank you guys. Xavier, for coming through. This just the love is there. I really appreciate that. Look, John, people are just, showing you the love, John. So look at this. Call me Lonnie. Be safe, Papa. I don't even know what time it is over there. So it is morning, right? It's what, like 7 in the morning? Is it 12 hours?
I don't know. I don't know how far it is, but I know he's out there.
No, that God bless. That is. Oh, look at this. Tariq, how are you? Yes, Tariq. Good. Thank you so much for coming here, Tariq. I appreciate you. And John, again, look at this, John. Also, Lonnie said it is now 8 a.m. Oh,
8 a.m. Okay.
Lord God.
Oof, 11 hours.
Oof. That's a tough one.
Bless you.
You are the man, bro.
Bless you. I met Tariq in the Discord a couple nights back. Real nice guy. Real cool guy. Definitely, he's hard charging in the game, trying to get his ducks in a row, plan out for the future. We had some good conversations. Good guy.
That's so cool to hear, man. And Tariq, you're in the best, as we've all said. I feel this space is just great with great people, and we really do just appreciate you being here. And then we have RJ. All right, been waiting for this all day. Way to go, RJ. RJ, I see you really active in the Discord as well. Thanks a lot for being here. I appreciate you. You know, that's you know, that's what it's all about. You know, so thank you, Phil. Philmo, how you doing, Philmo? Look at this. This has been great. I'm glad you guys are all here. I want to get started. Xavier, again, thank you for the super chat so much. John, thank you as well. Juan Meow Mix is here. Juan, how you doing, puppy? Good to see you. Chad, what was it you wanted to talk to? Bring it up. Let's just
Well,
jump
first
into
and
it.
foremost, with everybody in here, everybody is familiar with Joe. And I got to tell you, great guy, when he asked me to do this, literally the word no wasn't even anywhere in the atmosphere. So I need y'all to do me a huge favor, even if you don't listen to a word that comes out of my mouth, even if you don't like anything going on here, make sure you hit that thumbs up. If you are not subscribed to Joe Barreto's channel, The Credit Connection, if you are not subscribed already, you are missing major things in your life, and it shows. So make sure you show my man Joe some love. He has been gracious enough to welcome me on his platform, and I am ever appreciative. And going further, I was talking to Joe earlier, and honestly, I really want to bring more light and more focus to channels because we all started somewhere. I'm still small. I have a penchant for small channels, and I'd love to talk about our credit card creator spotlight.
Go, please. Now, I want to thank Bobby before we Bobby again. Look at this chat. Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate that. And yo, for those of you that don't know, Chad, right? I mean, it's hard to do this. It's not easy. It's a grind. And we appreciate the love like this. Thank you so much. And I have Chad's channel on YouTube. It's on the comments. It's not going to show here on the comments, but it's on YouTube. Your channel is there. John, if you could do me a favor and put that up here on the chat part here. Because for some reason, StreamYard, when it moves over to YouTube, it's a different, the comments there will show up that I've already pinned on YouTube. This hasn't gotten uploaded yet, but our thumbnail and whatever is up on YouTube already. So the comments there are there. But Bobby, thank you. Chad, talk to people about your content creators, please.
Well, here's my thing. I am 42 years old. I started this really seriously right when I was 40. And my daughter, who is a YouTube extraordinaire because she was consuming it way much more than I was, she got me in. I started with the Money Minutes where everything was a minute long. I segued into long form. And honestly, before I even get into the other creators, I want to give some gratitude, first and foremost, to Joe for having me on his platform. Secondly, to people like Sledge, who I met in the comments section, Anthony Venture, who helped me build this channel to where it is. I got to thank Luke from Luke's Points and Miles. I got to thank Spencer Johnson. I got to thank Lonnie, who's opened my eyes to a couple of things here and there. And like everybody who has come together, and I've always said, and I told Joe this earlier, just so you guys know I'm not full of it. I've always said that if I got to a point where I had an audience that I could expose to new people who are trying to get it from the dirt, that I would do so. And that's what inspired the Credit Card Creator Spotlight.
And, you know, for I'm sure a lot of the people here on right now in the chat know, but that's a Friday must watch where just the last couple of weeks, we were talking earlier, Tasha, I signed up with, you know, I subscribed to her now. And the other gentleman points in, was it with the
Points Blank Travel, Rod.
Points Blank Travel, wonderful as well. And this is how we help, you know, because if we think about it, a lot of us here, if we combine ourselves, we don't even reach the subscribers that some of these people have, right? Yeah. And yet the grind is just the same, if not more so, because we're trying to be as creative and different and whatever in this space, and it's not easy to do, you know. So Chad putting the light on people doing this is just amazing. And Chad, I thank you because you did have me on your creator spotlight.
I think you were number 3.
That was beautiful, and I'm telling you right now, that was just. I remember my family was like, "Yo, you did." I said, "Look at this," you know. And again, like we haven't met in person, you and I, but I feel like I've known you my whole life. So, you know, thank you so much, Bob. Thank you. Frugal Dad Finance, how are you? Good to see you here. Thank you so much for always being so supportive. You really do come through all the time. Now, we had a few questions, Chad.
Absolutely.
And this was from Chad Pennycove. Where do you start when drinking around the world, Mexico or Canada?
Well, honestly, I would start in Mexico because their alcohol keeps me up, and Canadian whiskey puts me to sleep. Period.
Really?
As soon as if I have a cap full, I'm done for the night.
Wow. See,
Knocks me out every time.
I think it was AP today on the Discord was asking which is my favorite, like what I drank or whatever. And I'm weak when it comes to dark liquor, whiskey, scotch. I'm a total punk. I stick with either vodka, rum because I'm Puerto Rican, right? But I'm just, God, that would just lay me out. Are you kidding?
Yeah, normally I drink cognac though. Like, honestly, like I ran in and I set up, but normally I have a little cup of that, keeps my nerves nice and even on the live. Have a little Remy Martin, and just take it easy. That's my thing.
So Chad, for me, I would start in Mexico, I guess. I'll do the tequila shots. I'm okay with that. A few and I'm good. I don't want to get pushed over the edge. Yeah. But I appreciate the John, you're right. The smaller channels are more authentic. Absolutely. 100%. And we're biased maybe, but it is what it is. RJ, the tips tend to be more relatable. We were talking about this earlier. And we try, and I think a lot of our creators here, be relatable. What works, what doesn't work, right? No BS, Chad, right?
None of
I remember you got your Saver one. Was it New Year's Eve? You went on live.
January 1st.
January 1st.
January 1st.
And you're walking around with your laptop.
That's it. January 1st. First credit card of 2024. I don't know anybody who got a credit card approval earlier than January 1st. I got it on that day. I got the Saver.
No. Anthony Venture in the house. Anthony, I don't know if you were here when Chad said this, and I'm gonna just jump on that, what he said. You helped his channel and help grow it. And Anthony, since December to now, when I was first with you, there's no looking back. You opened those doors, and I thank you for that. So Chad was saying earlier how much of a help you were, and I just want to echo those sentiments. So thank you, puppy. We have who else? Wait, I saw somebody here with the nicest compliment ever. Check this out. Bam, 2 studs. Wepa!
That's the guy right there. That's the guy right there.
Oh my God. How you doing, Uncle Luke? Uncle Luke, how you doing? Juan Garcia, John, we need to look, but John drove 6 hours to see you, didn't he?
Yeah, when I was in Nebraska, he drove over because I was working a contract out there, man. And me and John hung out, helped with the sub. He was at the Hampton. I think he was working on a Surpass sub at the same time. Went out, we had a couple of drinks, had something to eat. We talked, and the funny thing is we talked about a lot of things, not even just specifically credit cards. John's definitely a cool guy, both online and in real life.
And my Boricua brother, Cesar Joel, I got to say straight up, at the beginning, we did a collaboration that wasn't live. We just did the video together. And my brother, God bless you, because Cesar's always there to offer that helping hand. And, he...
Absolutely.
And I got to say this, Cesar, I give you the respect because especially in the Spanish community, it's so hard to move those, to put the videos into perspective and you have it on smash, papi. So I just bow down to you, pa, because you really put the work in, you put the effort, you give a damn. People look for you for help and you never turn it. I've seen you go on tangents for people. Yeah. Papi, God bless you, pa. Thank you so much for being here, Cesar. And actually, Cesar's going to be here next week. Cesar's with me next week.
Oh, okay. I'm with it. I met him in person. I had the pleasure of meeting him in person in Vegas. When I tell you, Cesar is one of those people, when you meet him for the first time, it's like you knew him for years. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Just great energy, great person. We were all hanging out in Italy. Just, it was a good time. It was definitely a good time. He was also featured on my Credit Card Creator Spotlight. So please make sure you check out Cesar Joel.
No, and you know, here's everybody with Anthony as well. You know, Lonnie is saying it. Anthony said, "No, Chad, you're amazing. He did nothing, but we spoke about this, Chad. You're being humble, Anthony. You know, and humble. You know, humility is great, but you know, let's just say what it is." So, but John, look at that. John's going into the Spanish. Oh, two big leaguers. You know what, Luke? You said that once on a comment I wrote to you. You probably don't even remember. I commented on one of Luke's videos once. I was about Mark Reese, and he said he's a big leaguer. And I'm going to tell you, for you to say that to me, I'm going to say thank you, because I and Chad, like, we just look, it is what it is. You know, we're when I met Sledge last week, and now we're going to meet Chad. We're going to meet in NOLA.
Absolutely.
I can't wait, because I feel like I've known you guys my whole life, and this is just freaking awesome. So, you know, honestly, Luke, thank you so much for your words, Papi. Anthony's there, and I have Vincent Pasquale. I like it when videos go beyond the list of features, deep dives into why a card isn't. And that's what, you know, Vincent. I have to thank you for that. Chad, what's your take? Sometimes I had somebody tell me your videos are too long. Is there a length that I should be? And that came out wrong. Is there a length that I should be aiming for? But I know there's the length I should be aiming for. I get it, but
you know what? Here's my thing. You know what I mean? Both objectively and subjectively speaking. Literally, if I had a channel where I just pulled out credit card pamphlets and read them, each video would be an hour long. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So people want the multipliers, they want all the sexy stuff, but there's other stuff that goes into it. So I definitely see the need for some of the pamphlet material, some of the website material, but it also has to be, some subjectivity has to go on. Like we were talking earlier, my wife's car had problems. I got 2 kids under 5. I got 4 in total. I got to get ready to go travel to Texas. When life is happening all over you, the first thing that pops into my mind is, I wonder if I'm getting 3x on hotels. You know what I mean? you gotta be ready. You gotta be ready to stick and move and pivot. So I don't think there should be a regular length. Man, you put your spin on it. You put your seasoning in the sauce, and then that's what we work with. I mean, some people, you know, and others, they really make the cars exciting.
I put some adobo and some sofrito into that bad boy. That's it. You know, and that's the thing is, and I know I get wordy. I know I get emotional. That's always been me, but that's always been my strength. I see that as a strength. And, you know, I think I made it here many times. I don't know it all. I don't pretend to know it all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about that. I'm going to tell you what I think works for me, what doesn't. This week, I proved I crapped the bed when I called Anthony in the morning. I texted him like, bro, I just got the CSR. He's like, what? And I was like, then I woke up from that tequila headache and I was like, what did I just do? Why? Why did I do it? You know? So look, we do it because we love it. It is what it is. Yeah, John, I'm already off the rails, as you can see. You know, it is age restricted. 15 to 30 minutes is the sweet spot. I average about 12 to 13 minutes. I was looking at my stuff. Depending. If I'm doing 2 cards kind of deep, it's going to run 20. It is what it is. You know? But here's Xavier with his, give me the facts and the information, then your personal experience or perspective on it. Don't worry, Joe. We like them long.
Paul.
I'm not saying a word. I'm praying my wife isn't watching this because she's like, yo, I don't know what happened in that community of yours.
Oh,
God, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. You know, so no, 90 minutes each. Oh, forget it, man. I wouldn't. Are you kidding me? I stressed the 8-minute ones. Come on. You know, so I have another question. And John, I have to just say this to you, John. I love when John gets on his videos and goes, hello, everyone. John here. Hope you had a great weekend. You know what? It's genuine.
Yeah, that's him.
It's genuine. We don't need the and the faces and the garbage. Yeah. Even though I like with Chad where you go, I'm gonna put one of those things here in your videos and you go like that. You know, and there'll be a thingy here, you know. Because as we're doing it, we don't know what the heck we're gonna put on after it. It is what it is.
That's my pointy thing.
Yeah, it's your pointy thing. That's exactly what
That's it. That's the technical term.
Look at this. Tariq says long videos, so I'm more focused on my videos during my morning cardio. I have no morning cardio, Tariq. So okay, my video. This is Luke. My videos go a little longer than optimal. I think the magic number is 8. Yeah. And Chad, tell people why we need to at least do 8 minutes.
Well, normally you want to do 8 minutes so that way you can place ads. That's what's going to trigger the AdSense. But I'm not going to lie. I had a Amazon Prime Visa card video that was like 28 minutes long. I don't know what the hell I was talking about, but people watched it. But you know what I mean? So I know what it's like when you're just in the mix and you are just, you're serving the people and you just don't want to stop. But it is what it is.
No, and here's Cesar, 8 to 11 minutes at most. But see, Cesar and I talked about this one day. So I suck at editing. I know my strengths. I have zero. Like I tell everybody, I'm not Brian where I have lasers coming down and people from outer space on my videos and I could, you know, things disappear. I can't do that. I do this by myself on my phone, my iPad, and whatever I can create. That's it, you know. But I also don't edit. I go straight. So if I'm doing a 15-minute video, I don't edit. What you see is one shot, one deal. That, like the other day I said, don't forget to, instead of saying subscribe, I said describe. And then I had to put a little smiley face saying, duh, you know, look what I just did. But, you know, it's not easy. It is not easy. You know, I think I only have one video that's 15 minutes for lives. Yo, bro, I wish there's one day I could say, yo, I went for 4 hours straight. Boom, boom. But I'm not 20 anymore. Dr. Vinny. Vinny, why do I love you, Vinny? Vinny is the nicest, kindest. You always say, I want to thank you publicly because Vinny, you always give me good light, and I appreciate that, Ba. Thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate you. Thank you. The doctor is in. Yeah, Xavier, I'll tell you, I don't know how hilarious my wife is going to be like 4 hours. That never happened. But here's another question, and this is from Xavier. What drove you into wanting to be a credit card creator? That's a great question.
To be honest with you, I've always been into finance. I like money. I like talking money. Like during the pandemic when retail investing got big, I dove headfirst into Robinhood and a lot of the brokerage stuff because I'm actually a stock guy. I'm all about stocks. And then going into the finance and watching more YouTube, and I got my very first Delta Platinum Amex SkyMiles card. So I'm like, well, let me see how I'm going to use this card that I've decided to pay $250 for because I'm turning 40 and I need to have an adult card. Then I got exposed to RJ Financial, Radical Marketer, and then I started finding people. And I was like, yo, this is a deep rabbit hole. So I started my Money Minutes. It was just random money-saving tips. Not really evergreen, but just something to help people out. And then one day I got the Platinum card, and I actually started with the Platinum playlist where I went and did every single benefit of the Platinum card at the time. And that's how I went into long-form credit card content. I just started branching out.
When did you start?
It was February of 2022.
Okay. And it's funny because you mentioned the pandemic and stuff, and people ask me, when did you get to this? So I like a lot of you know, I retired from New York City public schools, and I was an educator, still at my whole life, right? And I was sick. I got really sick Christmas in 2022, where I had to be in my room, isolated. My wife was downstairs, and it was midnight, and I'm going through YouTube, and I see John Liang, and then I go a little further, and then I see Ben Hedges, then I go a little further, and I see Sebi, and I see platinum cards. Literally that night, I applied for the platinum card. Now, I had been a gold card member since 1989, but I got the platinum card December 10th. In 4 weeks, I applied for 4 cards. I did the Hilton Honors, I did the World of Hyatt, I had the platinum card, and then I had canceled the gold card years ago, and I reapplied. I have 4 cards in 4 weeks, and then 15 cards all of last year. I started really recording February of 2023, the last week of February. So I just had a little bit over a year now, and it's been a blast. But like, you know, like Luke just said here, why become a creator? The money and the power, basically.
Was one of your first couple of videos from Florida?
Yes.
That's when I discovered you.
Really?
That's when I found you. Yes. I remember, because before you were Credit Card Connection, you were just Joe Barreto.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? See that? I'm going back into the memory banks. I remember when you first started out, you were Joe Barreto, and I think it was, I want to say you were either wearing not a Yankee cap, but like a Yankee jersey in one of the videos or something like that.
I'm not a Yankee fan, so it was a Mets jersey. Yes,
I knew it was one of New York teams.
I can't.
My bad.
And I'm from the Bronx. I know. I got to get back my Bronx card, but
yeah. So I remember that. Yeah, man. It was the same thing. It's funny that you say that, because another reason I started my YouTube is because of my daughter and my wife. And my wife was like, you keep trying to tell people about finance and stuff like that. Your friends want to have fun. Take it to YouTube, where people, who knows who would listen. And that was one thing. And then I got the Amazon Prime card December of 2021. I upgraded to the Delta Platinum November of 2021. I got the Amazon Prime card December of 2021. And then after discovering everybody for a month, I got the Platinum card January, the day before my birthday. A week later, I got the BCP. Then February, I got the Blue Business Plus. So like we kind of had the same thing there, where all of a sudden, like shoom, 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 like my 524 was gone like 10 minutes after I discovered YouTube. It was over.
and you know, it's funny because it was a real pivot for me, you know. So I tell people, look, I don't pretend to know anything. That's why, you know, when we talk, I just feel that I don't want to tell you something I really don't know or haven't tried. Yeah. And that's why I'm compelled to, like right now, and I'll do a video at some point in the future, but I wanted to see if I can get another business card, the same business card twice. Mm-hmm. And I'll say it here. Yeah, I just got the Inc. Business Cash, one through the LLC. And I'll just say it here because I think the card is upstairs. But what was cool was I applied as a sole prop. And they said, well, what do you want it to be on the name on the card from Chase? And I put Hola Mi Gente instead of the credit card connection. And I got that. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to start working on that sub, you know, but I would have never known you guys. Again, I'm going to tell Caesar. Caesar, I remember the first time I spoke to Caesar, he goes, do you know Chad? No. Do you know Sledge? No. Do you know Anthony? No. Who do you know? I said, just the guys that I see. You know, the guy with the British accent, the other guy, you know, like I was clueless. Yeah. Clueless. I'm telling you. But welcome to Queens. Richie, the CEO in the house. Puppy, how you doing, Richie? Richie, we have to have that date, kid. If Richie, you don't know, but I went to St. John's in Queens with one of the members from Run DMC when they were there in the 80s. So, okay. Yep. So Daryl was my guy. So, and you have a Red Sox fan in the Bronx, bro. What were you thinking? RJ, I know, pop people. Oof. Bro, and I'm a Red Sox fan in the closet as well, especially when they play the Yankees.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm gonna get Yankee hate in a minute. I know that. Getting those hands soft and supple with some doing the dishes. What is this? I need the links to ditch the embossing on the links.
No, on the inks. The ink card.
Oh, the inks. I'm sorry. I told you the light is hitting me. That's just a link.
I thought it said links too, and then I actually had to read it
My
again.
eyes. Yo, you're not kidding. Because if you hold multiple cards, you're like this, trying to cover numbers unless you put tape on.
Yeah.
You know? So, oh
Yeah,
my
like look at
God.
all this I got to do with my my ink preferred,
It's such a pain in the neck, you know?
and then the platinum's just like that.
Yep. Wait, and here's Tariq. There has to be a correlation between discovering the credit card YouTube community and shattering Chase 524.
Hit it right on the head. Hit it right on the head. But here's my thing, and I actually talked to him about it tonight. One thing about Chase, I gotta say, is, and this is what I've been noticing, 20 plus years in the credit game, destroying my credit a couple of times over, literally learning by trial and error, is that Chase has the marketing game just on lock. Out of all the credit card issuers, they're the best marketers, period, especially with their artificial scarcity, the 524, we're not going to give it to you. And they create such a buzz over cards that are really, they're lackluster at best and mediocre at worst. Like, look at the Hyatt card.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to pay $95 and get a category 1 to 4 free night every year, but it's like, I know people who have not stayed at Hyatt 5 times in the last 5 years who have the Hyatt card. They will admittedly tell you they don't stay at Hyatt's, but you know, they heard somewhere here and somewhere there. It's crazy. But Chase has the marketing game on lock.
Totally. Yo, look what you did to RJ though. He went from 124 to 724 in 23 days.
What?
That's insanity, bro. Oof.
Wow.
That's a tough one. Ugh.
Wow. Yeah, because I started getting Chase cards at 824.
I remember when you did that video, and you know, I said, what the heck? And I remember it kept growing from there. It was like you and Sledge had this race on who could be.
Yeah. But I can't keep up with Sledge. He's on another one.
Sledge is like 30-24.
Yeah, he's crazy. Like early 2023, I was just going nuts on the credit card applications. I got the World of Hyatt Business. I got the Bilt card. I was just getting them back to back. And now, you know, I think I just got denied for another in cash that I tried for a sole prop the other night because I had some spend I had coming up, but I reworked it another way. But yeah, man, it was crazy. I was all gas, no brakes for a long time. What? But now I've kind of chilled. I'm in my end game, and
you are not at your end game, and don't come with that BS.
That's it. I'm the end guy. That's why you never see a city card review on my channel. I don't have any city cards. Not going to get them. I'm radioactive.
Well, I get it, but you're not. You'll see. Let some time pass, and as I say, grazing. I grazed for like 4 months. And then I got the itch, man. It was like, I remember people back in the hood when I walked by and they were like, you know, waiting. And I was like, I got to get another card. I got to get something else. And right now with the ink card that I just got, literally, I kid you not, I got it yesterday in the mail. I called my sister in Florida because now they broke it up. The sub is, what is it? 75,000 points, right? If you put it for $750, but they break it up into 3 months and then 6 months. So you spend 3,000 upfront in the first 90 days. And if you spend the other, whatever it is at the next part, they'll give you the rest. I called my sister on vacation in Florida. I'm like, Rachel, next week is, you know, our property taxes are due May 1st. I said, I got you. She goes, okay. So just with her taxes in New Jersey, which are outrageous, I already met the spend requirement for the first part of the ink. Kid you not. One shot, one call, done. So, you know, it's Xavier, I'm going to need medication, Xavier. It's the itch that keeps us going. Bro, I'm telling you, sure. I need antibiotics at this point because I'm at 22 cards.
Because that's how I hit the 15,000 spend on my my ink preferred. I paid my mom's property taxes. She has 2 homes here in Florida. So the taxes came undue. I said, Ma, I got you. She said, "Okay, son, get those points."
And that was
I
when it
don't
was
know what the chances are.
15,000, right? You
Yeah,
said that, so before they dropped it to 8 that you could
yeah.
get to spend.
I
Okay.
did the 15,000. So it was either going to be that or the platinum. I decided to go since they gave me the preferred, and I at that point I was, what was it, 1024 when I got it, or something crazy like that. I just ran with it.
Wow. No, and you know, what I liked about the in cash and the reason I got a second one was you get that 1 year with no APR.
Yeah.
Right. So if anything goes awry on me this year, at least you know, my other one's already expired, that little time stamp that they
Mhm.
gave me. But, you know, are you going to, switching gears for a second? I know you got the Saver one,
Mhm.
right? You have the Venture X already? I forget.
No, they won't give it to me. I've made videos about how they wouldn't give it to
So
me.
you're in that same boat.
I
Okay.
gave up. I totally gave up. I mean, honestly, and to touch on something here. Oh, what was the APR? Now, to the audience, you are looking at two people who have extensive history, and you will hear all the same at the same time. And I will never give up an opportunity to say this. Oh, never pay interest, never carry a balance. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you got kids, I don't care when it's gonna be. If they tell you that they've never carried a balance, chances are they are lying to you. I'm telling you now, something will happen. Kids will break body parts that haven't been invented yet. Your car will just do something that it has never done before. You might need a roof. I'm telling you now, those zero APR on purchases and balance transfers, they can come in clutch. They really can. Do not sleep on them. Understand, just be realistic. Life will happen all over you in a moment's notice. So just, a PSA for that.
I thank you for that because just last year in the summer, the AC in my house in Florida was on the fritz. And that's not cheap. So I broke it up into 2 cards because I needed to get it done. Who's going to have no AC in Florida? It doesn't make sense. So you're going to be up against that where you're going to have to, I can't stand when people show you these graphics behind them where it's like 0%, they have a zero, what's that? Like spend on their cards, or they'll do a MaxRewards promo and they're showing how they're only using 1% utilization. For the love of God, bro. That's not real life. I want to know, can I be your, can I live with your parents? I mean, it's crazy at that point because it's impossible. And like you said, when you have family, you have kids, you're married, you have responsibilities. That's when the car goes. If you own a house, that's when it's the money pit. That's when the heater goes. Always at the, when you don't want it to go is when it goes. So you have to know how to, manage all that. And this is Nubia Rising.
That's my guy. I got a story about him.
Say it. How you doing, Nubia Rising? Thanks for being here, and thanks for being on with us tonight.
To be honest with you, I started the series Chats Perspectives. It's literally credit to Nubia Rising because I originally started with 7 unpopular opinions from a credit card YouTuber. Then I did more unpopular opinions where, it's kind of, against convention, but some of the things I've seen from a realistic worldview and not, sometimes people will give you content in a vacuum. You know what I mean? Because if I live with my parents or if I'm being subsidized by anybody, period, I can tell you to do anything because it's never going to affect me. You get what I'm saying? So as I started with those, he actually commented in one of my videos, you should call these chats perspectives because, and then I started with ending off with a YouTube perspective. Every video ends with a YouTube perspective to help growing channels, but I always give credit to him. Shout out to Nubia Rising. He actually gave me the idea. And that's
look
what
at
I
him right now. Nubia Rising, I thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for the super chat. And actually, he has a question for you, chat. Do we really need to play in more than 1 or 2 issuer ecosystems? So for people that don't know, that would be like Amex and Chase, Amex and Capital One, Chase and Capital One, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, whatever. Go, chat.
Honestly, I would say no. To be honest with you, unless your spend dictates that you have enough variance to handle them. Because a lot of the times the cards have a lot of overlap, even from different issuers. So as your spend is much higher, in some cases, yeah, you may want to go to different ecosystems, especially if you have extensive credit lines that you're utilizing. But if you're just doing normal spend, or if you're one of those ones with the scarcity mindset, I'm going to get a credit card with a $30,000 limit, but I'm never going to go over 300 because I have to stay below 1%. Just stay in one ecosystem and get out of the way.
100%. 100%. That is the best. You put it the best way. Look, I went to summer school for math. So math was never my thing. Surprise, surprise. And, that's what was crazy. Like going into this, I was like, all right, can I pull this off? But, besides math, then it's also logic and just using your head and knowing what you can and can't do and working within yourself, right? And the control I have now at 22 different cards, a credit score of 838, and I'm not perfect. And I don't plan on being that. I use it when I need to use it. And I try, like when I went away now, to take the right cards with us, right? When we go, I have this conversation with my sister, my niece Victoria, my friends. Right now, actually, Chad, you became a friend of my friend.
Really?
On one of my lives with Ernesto Custodio. You guys were talking about.
Yes.
What was that you were talking about? I meant to ask you that.
My day job, I'm a software development manager. I'm actually a scrum master by trade.
What is that?
Well, basically, it's a fancy way to say project manager, but the way we manage projects is in the different, what's called a methodology. It's just like basically a protocol on how to do things. And companies have been doing it one way, and now a new methodology. There's lean, there's agile, there's safe. Like a lot of those have come up, and there is a lot of work for that. And that's what I got into. I'm self-trained, and through good grace and good connections, somebody gave me a shot, and I've been doing it for over a year now, and I really like it. And then also it goes in with my consulting that I do around the country. So I've made a lot of connections. So yeah, I've watched his lives where he discussed with other agile professionals.
I didn't even know that. And
yeah.
So the Ernesto, I met him in February with one of my best friends, Jose. They went to Buffalo together, Buffalo University. And I went to go see the Caribbean World Series in Miami in February. I had booked a hotel, a Hyatt, and I didn't know Ernesto. He said, come and stay in my house. Right? I go, he has a, God bless him, beautiful house, Miami Beach, right there, right near Bayside. And when you talk about just a humble human being and a great person, that's Ernesto. And today I'm going to give him a shout out because before I came live, he sends me a text. He goes, I have a challenge for you. I said, what's the challenge? Because I told him, I said, I got like over $2,500 or more or so in credit card fees a year. He goes, see if you could do that with less money, try to bring it to zero with other cards and see if you could pull off the same perks as the other one. So I'm going to work my butt off the next couple of months and see what cards I could put in some sort of a pack where I would get some of the, perks and privileges or, whatever. And I'm going to work on that. It's not going to be easy because the 0% cards don't really offer you a lot. Some more than others, but, he threw that out to me and it put it in perspective. He goes, Joe, his wife is the one actually that does the travel channel that I had.
Yeah, she was on your live. I watched that live. I was there for that. That's how I discovered him.
Right. On the comments. Live. So she, they traveled the world. And I love the fact that he's just real, as real could be. And I thank him and his wife for opening their doors to me. I appreciate the love like that. So when he said he was a scrum, I said, what is that? I thought that was like a bad word that I didn't know.
Yeah, it's not really like the sexiest of terms, but I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. There's good money in it. You can consult, you can work with different companies, you can do multiple projects. It really teaches you how to deal with people and how to manage both yourself and people and problems all in the same mix. So like when he told you what to do as far as your credit cards are concerned, like this is one of the reasons like I like dealing with people who have a lot more experience. Like, Joe, you got experience. I have experience, and I like to offer these pro tips. So, like, here's the thing: hear a lot about the Chase trifecta, the Amex trifecta. I started with a hybrid trifecta, and you can actually do these things across issuers. Like, one of the meanest combos that no one talks about, and you're not going to see a video on it. I'm going to tell you right now, when you see the video on it, they're not going to give me credit. Is the Amex Gold Card and the Savor One. It is one of the meanest food setups that you can have, especially if you're in a situation where you do Uber a lot, because the Savor One gives you the free Uber One membership. You have no delivery fees. You have the Amex Gold that gives you the monthly credit with Uber, and you can mix that up with a free Uber One delivery and 4x MR points. Like, a lot of people don't get really dynamic about that because they tend to read off the same script and present you with the same things. That there's only a Chase trifecta. Why not? Why can't it be the Chase Capital One, the Amex City? You know what I mean? That broad view will actually end up giving you a lot of the benefits and get you to the goal that Ernesto set for you.
That's so cool. Thank you for that, Chad. Guys, before I forget, Chad's channel is there, pinned in the comments. Luke says he needs 4 ecosystems, but most don't. Right? Do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe if you're new here. And just everybody that's here in the chat. Jacob is here today. Thank you so much for being here, Jacob. Jacob has always come through. I really appreciate the love. John, why do I love you, John? Look at that. Thank you, John. You're the best. What I'm trying to see, what we could do on these channels is bring people information that they never got, right? And, just not read off what my opinion of the best would be. No, I'm going to say what might work for me and what's not going to work for me. I have the Chase Sapphire Preferred, but I don't have the Freedom Unlimited or the Freedom Flex. I have the business versions of those cards, including the Preferred. So there's no reason for me to get one of those because for what? I don't like categories as much. I'm not a category. The only one I have is Discover It, which has been money. It's been excellent. That's a slept on card that I went to Florida. You drive an electric car, right, Chad?
Yes, I do. Yes.
What do you have?
I literally a week and a half ago picked up a brand new Model Y Performance.
Oh.
Yeah, I had a Model 3 long range, the same exact car as Anthony, only mine was a long range, all-wheel drive. But it's like my kids are tall, they're getting big, and I had to like scrunch up like this when I was driving them in the car. So it was time to do an upgrade. I got a great deal. I finessed the numbers and it worked out. Got more space, a little bit more oomph, and yeah, that's
badass.
Chariot.
Mark here saying, really enjoying the content, new to the channel. Mark T, welcome, Papa. Welcome, mi gente. Good to have you here. If you have any questions, throw them here on the chat. Well, I got I had a Model 3 long range 2021. My lease was coming up, and I just got, right before I went to Florida, April 5th, the new Model 3 long range, cherry red. And I bought it with the Chase Ultimate Rewards points as my deposit.
I wanted to talk about that redemption.
So what do you think about that, Chad? Now that we're here, talk to me.
I think it's brilliant. And the reason I think it's brilliant, and I have a new video that I'm coming up with about really breaking down the definition of quote unquote so-called free travel and cash back and so on and so forth. What you did was the picture of leveraging. You took a credit vehicle, you charged, you did what you had to do, you maintained your responsibilities, and the return on that is now something tangible that you can run it. Because see, here's the thing, right? So we have these, right? Great, wonderful. We got your Hilton, we got your, like, all of this stuff. A lot of this stuff is not even worth the metal and or overlay that it's printed on. The real value in a lot of this stuff is what it is that you can do with it and how you can leverage it, because they're going to leverage you from the minute you sign. Right. And the fact that you have a car based on points that you cashed out that they gave you an avenue to do so. And you said you had the you have the preferred, so you got
Preferred.
it was 1.25, right?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
1-to-1. Because I didn't do it to the poor. Remember, it's just 1-to-1.
Okay.
I don't have the check, the whatever else that gives you that extra boost.
Okay.
So it's just a 1-to-1. So 275,000 points was
Okay.
$2,750.
Yeah, but okay, and you know what? I can respect that. But let's think about it this way. Let's broaden our gaze and say I bought an air conditioner, I got a car with it.
Right. No, 100%. And you know what's
Sounds like
funny?
winning to me.
I didn't even take credit for it. My nephew, one day we were talking and he said, Uncle Joey, can't you use your points? Because they brought me, you know how Tesla is. You can't predict when you're going to get the car. So I was supposed to get the car at the end of May. They were like, we could bring it to you sooner. I said, bet. But then it hit me over the head. I was like, damn, I got to come up with like 5 G's. And then life hits you. You know how that is. So
Absolutely.
bills came in, things came in that I didn't expect. And I'm like, how am I going to pull this off? And then when my nephew said, your points, Amex only gave me 0.6 because I don't have the Charles Schwab version.
Yeah.
So I had a ton of points sitting with Chase. And if you don't use at the point, you could have 2 billion points. What are they worth if you don't use them? I learned that from you guys.
Bupkis.
Buckets.
I've said it, earn and burn.
Earn and burn. That's you. Yep.
I burned all of my points this year. I think I have 14,000 Amex points. And I went from, I had a bunch of them, but I saw a redemption for Qatar Q Suites that I had to have. I'm taking my wife to the desert for our 3rd anniversary. I don't see the point. What are you keeping them for? It's like being the richest guy in a Monopoly game. Like, you know, no one cares except for the people who you're beating. They don't care.
I thank you guys because I actually reached out to Spencer Johnson and thanked him because I remember last year he did a video where he got an Apple laptop to use for his channel. And I think they gave him a boost of 1.5 because he bought the laptop through the portal. So he was lucky. He got a good deal. And I reached out to him and I was happy that he reached back out to me. And I said, Spencer, I used your name and your image of your video because I didn't forget that. And like right now, look at Xavier going along the same lines. Great information. You guys and others have enabled me to make educated decisions and find the cards that give me and the family value.
That's what's up.
Xavier, first of all, thank you again for another super chat because you're the man. God bless you, puppy. But that's what matters to me. That we're able to give, I've said the story many times. When my father was the smartest man that never went to college, in my opinion, and he always wondered why he never broke 800 on a credit score. He was always stuck at 780, 790. Mm-hmm. Man was a bus driver and had 4 houses at one time. Put me and my sister through private school our whole life.
He drove New York City buses?
New York City buses.
My whole family is an MTA family.
Yep.
My mother swept buses, right? And God bless her. I love her to death. She had breast cancer and she's beat breast cancer. My mother swept city buses. When I was a kid, my toys were the toys that children left on the buses that she would clean. And like they would leave a lot of them. And my mom swept buses. My uncle's a train conductor. And my sister is retired. She drove the Church Avenue bus in Brooklyn. We got MTA.
Yo,
Joe, we might have crossed paths, man.
And I'm telling you, my dad took that job because he was an exterminator when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. And it was dangerous to go into the city, especially the Lower East Side, and you're going into apartments that you have no idea who's there to do the job. So he passed the test in 1970, but there was a freeze for 10 years, and then they hired him in 1980.
Oh, okay.
3 weeks into his work, back in the day, and your family knows this, you asked for a pass to go to the next bus or train. A transfer was a piece of paper. He bends down. A bullet comes from behind his head through the bus window that had he been in a seated position would have got him. And he had glass all over him, went to work the next day.
Whoa.
Loved his job, always did. And you mentioned finding things. My dad had found a gold bracelet for me. 2 years ago, I went to St. Augustine, to the old city in St. Augustine, and it fell off. And I went crazy. It was a Saturday night. I'm running through the cobblestone streets, and I run to the store where my cousin had bought a cigar. And the guy goes, "You're okay?" I said, "Did anybody find a bracelet?" Chad, it was a Saturday night. I looked down at my feet, and right in front of my sneaker was my bracelet in the middle of a cobblestone.
Wow.
The guy goes, "Do you know how many thousands of people went through here?" I said, "My dad is looking over me." So what did I do? Because people think, "Oh, you like to flex." My students got me this, and I had it made. My Superman.
Yeah, I see.
Right? So my bracelet couldn't be fixed anymore. I had it melted to make the Superman ring match that in honor of my dad, because my dad was my Superman.
That's what's up.
Daddy, I buried my father with a Superman cape in his coffin. I swear to God.
That's what's up.
So people think, "Oh, you just like to no, I don't like to show off." This is, I was too much of a punk to get a tattoo for him. So I said, and then my son said, "If you get a tattoo now, the S is going to be by your forearm in about 10 years. So I was like, all right, good. But
I got to tell you, man, and it's funny that you say that. It's my goal to one day have my son think of me that way. That really is beautiful. That really is.
I miss him.
Yeah, I understand.
But I told him now, because I have a journalism degree from St. John's, and he wanted me to write a book. And now I tell him, I said, "Papa, look into heaven." I'm like, at least I'm doing this, Dad. I'm giving people information anyway, not in a book form, but I'm using my skills still, So
and you're doing a damn fine job. Like I said, I remember when I discovered your channel. I've been rocking with you ever since.
I appreciate
you know what I mean? That's why, like I said, I had to jump all over the opportunity to do this. And even my wife asked me, she's like, "So what are you guys going to talk about?" I said, "Credit cards." This is Joe. I said, "We've been talking already."
I love it.
Yeah, no brainer.
Thank you, Chad. And John says the neat thing about us making content is we all have different perspectives and why certain cards work for certain people and not for others. I love hearing and seeing everyone's stories, and that's exactly what it is. It's that. It's a story. We bring it to life. We all have our spin on it. If I want rawness, I'm gonna come to Sledge and I'm gonna come to Chad. I know that hands down. If I want great one-on-one interviews that make people feel comfortable, I'm going to go to Anthony, because Anthony on his lives is a master at that. I swear. He's like, the Staten Island Oprah that moved to South Carolina, because if you were a tree, what would you be? And the people are like, I'd be an oak tree.
That's going to stick. Every time I go in his videos, I'm going to say, "What's up to the Staten Island Oprah?" From now on.
It's that. And then when I go onto Caesar's channel, I see Caesar's passion for people that, especially in the Latino community, where we're not taught that. And people are asking him what somebody else might think is a simple question, but it's not. When you don't know, it's not simple. It was never explained.
Yeah.
Doesn't make you less smart. It just means that you were never taught that. So
absolutely.
But Phil Mo used to hoard points. That's it, Phil. That's gonna be my thing. I'm so, Richie, journalism, papi. That's right. Yo, I had articles about Public Enemy, all the freestyle people back in the day. I met them all when I would cover the stories here in New York.
You want to know something funny about Richie?
What?
We live in the same city. We literally started talking on, I think it was another Discord channel, and discovered that we live across town from each other.
Get out of here.
I promise you, it was the wildest thing. We live across, because I live in a city that you should be very familiar with, especially since you own a home. I live in the home of the spring training facility for the New York Mets. So you should already know what city I live in.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I love it there.
Yeah, that's where I live.
And I always say I want to go to the spring training and do it. And then I got to shoot for next year, kid, because that's a bucket list item. I want to go. I'm a diehard Met fan. When I tell you, I met Tom Seaver and I cried when I met him, because when they traded him, I was 10 and I met him at 42. And I had a jersey of his that I bought in Cooperstown, and he signed it. And he goes, "Why are you crying?" I said, "They always say, like, don't meet your heroes because they might disappoint you." I said, "But you've been nothing but kind." So I said, everything of mine is number 41. Everything in baseball has always been 41. So on my jersey, he wrote, "To Joe, 41 forever, Tom Seaver." And from my son Joey, he wrote on the baseball to a future Hall of Famer. Little did he know my son hated baseball. But I have that, and I have his jersey mounted, right?
That's
so
cool.
I met my hero, and he didn't disappoint me. And I was so happy and honored by that, you know? So that's why I'm a diehard Met fan. So everybody's like, oh, how could you be? I just am, you know?
Hey, if you ever come down for spring training, let me know. If you're gonna make it, let me know.
I would love to, Chad. I'm telling you right now, I would love
the wife out to dinner. I'll hear nothing of it. I'm getting all the points.
And you know what? Same for you and your wife, because I'm literally 15 minutes from Daytona. I'm right between St. Augustine and Daytona. So Daytona, you know, I love the beach. I could drive on it. It's the only one of the beaches you could drive on.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
and
absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
I'm a punk to go in the water with the sharks not too far away, but it is what it is.
Oh, I don't go in the water.
Yo, look at John's comment. Anthony's gonna get new business cards. Staten Island Oprah.
That's it.
It's a wrap. Oh my God, it's real now. Xavier, I never said this, puppy. I love you, kid. Don't play me.
I'll take the heat, Xavier. You can blame it on me. I'll take the heat. Oh, he's the Staten Island Oprah.
Oh my God. I've never seen this man before in my life. DJ Bruce Wayne en la casa. Oh, okay. In these crazy times that everyone's looking for alternatives to Amex, what's happening to that luster of having Amex cards now? Amex is watching to stay away from the dark alleyways. What do you think about that, Chad, as we go back into the credit card jump for a minute?
All right, going back to the credit cards, I think what Amex did was good business, but bad marketing. Like, people don't realize how incredibly easy it is to get a platinum card. You can get a platinum card easier than a Venturettes. Yep. You can get it easier than a Chase Sapphire Reserve. It is the easiest premium travel card to get. And after the stay-at-home times, everybody and their mother got a platinum card.
Yeah, that was me.
Like, everybody, their mother, their grandmother. Like, I applied for the platinum card, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, they really gave it to me? And I mean, I took it, and I had already been traveling, but like, everybody has one. So then they got this influx of people, and not everybody could support it. Some people defaulted, people are late, and Amex doesn't make their money like that, not the lion's share of their money. They make it via interchange fees. So you got a lot of people getting these high dollar cards that are trying to keep their utilization this small. They're not using them. So if they're not using them, Amex has got to get it some other way, and they're punishing us for a horde of people who don't use their cards.
Yeah. And right now, it was funny because my sister is an authorized user, my brother-in-law. My wife will be again, but I took her off because all the fees hit at the same time. And we weren't going anywhere. It made no sense to have her on and pay that at that point. Yeah. But the benefit for me, and I'm putting up a travel video this weekend, is that I always carry it when I go. It doesn't leave my wallet. It never does. Because the flexibility is there if I need something that's out of pocket expensive and I know I'll cover it later, but I need to use it right now, I have it. I got upgraded from a Mazda 3 to a Volvo XC60 hybrid. That's Sledge Saw. Beautiful ride for the same price. So, and then I put the travel bank money into United and bought my club passes for United Lounge in Newark. So I got a lounge access to it. So, what's going to suck is that they're taking away SiriusXM. I'll move that now to another card for now and put something else until they replace that with something else in Amex.
Break down and get the saving one for good credit and pay for it with that.
Because I'm okay. I hold grudges with for one. All right. I'm just going to say that publicly. For good credit, my credit score is an 838 for good credit. Like, seriously, Capital One? Are you kidding me?
That's what I did.
So you took the one for good credit?
I took the one for they wouldn't give me anything else.
Yo,
I thought that was my way out of the bucket.
I didn't. I love you, Chad. I had no idea you got the one for like credit.
No sub. No sub. I just got this card and started using it.
And the interest rate is like 1,000. It's just
I'm telling you, it just
I
kept
love
calling
you.
me. It kept calling me. just,
I hear you. I hear you. Right? You were like, Chad, no points for you, but you need me. I know. Oh my God.
yeah.
Yo, DJ Bruce Wayne is cutting on me now. Don't come to the Bronx with the blue and orange. I'm gonna do you one better, DJ Bruce Wayne. I worked in East Harlem where 99% of my students were Yankee fans, and I would rock my Mets jersey proudly. And then when it was football season, I'm a Cowboys fan. Yeah. Roger Staubach for me was my idol.
Okay.
And then it was
I'm not
Emmitt
even a
Smith.
sports guy, but like you're committing all the cardinal sins.
No, I did. I drove from New Jersey to Dallas, Texas to go play on the field when my son was 3 and try to kick a field goal. I'm a diehard Cowboys fan.
Wow.
The best story I have for being a Cowboys fan, for my 40th, I swear to you, I went to the old Cowboy Stadium in 2006 with 10 of my friends. We had a suite, which was amazing. Football in the South is not like up here. Yo, they had, the barbecue food, unlimited open bar. You got to play on the field. So we played 5-on-5, killing ourselves. 5 yards was like a million yards trying to throw the ball. But for $500 a man, it was a great price for the game. It was Tony Romo's first game against the New York Giants on a Monday night. I had just bought a number 11 Drew Bledsoe jersey for $150, and I was sporting it because I got it from the pro shop. And before halftime, the next day, it was 50% off because Tony Romo became their starting quarterback. So I had to buy a Romo jersey. So
wow.
I'm a diehard kid. To live in Jersey and be a Cowboys fan is not fun. Look at this. Look at all the Cowboy hate I'm getting already. Wait, I'm just going to put up RJ's single people need a supporters group to 5 players too. Yo, if I call my wife player 2, she's Puerto Rican, bro. She'll stab me 100 times. God forbid. Don't say nothing, Chad. Don't say... That background of yours is going to shatter.
Yeah, I don't want to sanction violence.
No. And look, here comes the hate. Tariq, not the Cowboys. Richie, the CEO, Cowboys fan. Blech, I get it. Oh, look at John. Oh my God. Okay, here's focuses are going to be on being. John's going to make the next video on credit cards for single people. John's next credit. His video is going to be on single people credit cards. John, you could have a thing there. That's your niche, bro. Don't sleep on that. Llegaron los boricuas, Chad and Joe Wepa. Let's go, guys. Absolutely, papi. Don't make fun of me, Xavier. Come on. We boys, not cowgirls. Don't talk about the cowgirls like that. Joe probably likes deep dish Chicago pizza. Okay. Now we crossed the line. New York has the best pizza on earth.
Period.
End of story. Period. Went to Italy, was not impressed with their pizza.
Did you go to Venice?
No. So maybe I was in the hood of Italy. Maybe I had
Venice was pretty good. I
fair
can't
enough,
lie.
Fair enough.
New York and Venice, for me, are like right here.
But I like deep dish pizza. I don't mind deep dish. I'm good with that. But
I can't stand Chicago deep dish. I tried it and it was not for me.
Chad, hold this because I gotta get my punky dog that's being a pain. Give me 1 second.
I got you.
Take it away, Chad. Go ahead.
Got you. So pizza in Venice. Xavier says pizza in Venice. DJ Bruce Wayne says Cowboys. What? Dr. Vinny Boombot says it's the best pizza Phil. You're probably right. Matt Claus says single people cards, Capital One in one. Yes. Here's the thing. Now you're looking at a married guy, and I had to convince. I'm telling you right now, if you have someone who's a potential player too, nothing does the convincing better than your first redemption. My wife was like kind of giving me the side eye about this credit card thing. She's like, oh, I hope you're not running your credit down. I hope you're not, building up a bunch of balances. I trust you. Until she flew business class for the very first time in Delta One, and we landed in Paris, and they gave her a bottle of champagne, and they congratulated her on her very first wedding anniversary for a flight that cost $5.60. If you want to get your player 2 on board, hit them with a redemption. I'm telling you now. chances are that they just gonna fall right into it. So that's for my single people or my people who have resistance player twos. Looks like we got a third participant
This
in
is
the live.
Harley the Westie. He's 12 years old, my little baby here. But this is Daddy's best retirement friend. But he's a pain. You know how it is. He's old and grumpy like his father. But Chad, thank you for saying that. You know, my wife hated the credit when I started doing this. But if you ask her now, honey, which is the best card for dining? Well, it used to be the gold, but now we have to say it's the Sapphire Preferred or the Amex Green. She's got it on Smash. She knows. She knows. So, you know, she caved. She caved. So we have deep dish pizza lovers here. Oh, more cowboy hate. You can get a Dallas Cowboys Bank of America debit card? You're kidding. Seriously, Tariq?
Oh boy.
No.
Oh boy.
Yo, I'm going to Bank of America right here. I'm going to get that card.
Here we go. Here it comes.
Look at this. Xavier lived 45 minutes north of Venice for 3 years. Still
that's cool.
Pizza. That's cool, Xavier. Coño pa. It's not pizza, it's a casserole. That's true. That is so true. Dr. Vinny. Matt. Wow. Tariq, thank you for that info, Tariq.
Back. I'm gonna be right back, Joe.
Yep. And the Chiefs. Okay, we got Chief fans too. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna ask you guys here live on the chat. Do me a favor and tell me what you want us to talk about. I mean, I'm open to whatever. You know, I know we listed Chase, we listed Amex, Capital One. Sorry about that. But, you know, we could bring up whatever. We do have a couple of people here in the chat now that have put out videos on Wells Fargo, on Delta. John is a huge fan of Delta. And John, I think I told you, I never flown Delta. But I'm interested in now getting a card and flying Delta because I see all the things that he gets. And then Anthony Venture did one on his, was it the Delta Gold, I believe he got, and used it for Delta stays. So there's a lot of things that, you know, I'm willing to try because of you guys. Oh, Camaraderie. Yo, Tariq, where have you been my whole life? I didn't know. Yo, a Dallas Cowboys credit card would be fire. Camaraderie Bank. All right. Tariq, you know, we're going to be boys, Tariq. I appreciate that.
Yeah, Tariq's a good people.
Thank you. Matt says, I'm allergic to Capital One. You know, I wanted to show them some love. They don't deserve me. That's it. It's as simple as that. They don't deserve me. Now, I got a question for you, Chad, from your boy Sledge.
What's up?
And Sledge, it's a little bit of a loaded question. You got the easier version of the question, though. This is for you. He says, Chad, Stan the Credit Frog and Luke's Points and Miles are doing a live at the same exact time. You cannot switch back and forth. Which one are you watching?
That's a loaded one.
That's loaded.
Honestly, I'm going to go with Luke. I've been rocking with him. He helped me when I first started. When I first got into the game, I ran my hybrid setup through him. I've met him in person on a couple of different occasions. Yeah, I'm going to have to go with my man Luke, man. That's my guy. That is my guy. One of the best drinking partners I have in the credit card game. He likes his fruity drinks.
Wow.
He likes some fruity drinks.
Not Luke. Don't talk about Luke. Like,
I'm telling you, man. When I tell you one of the nicest guys, and like my wife's gonna kill me, but she's like a super fan of his. She just thinks he's just the best thing since sliced bread and butter. And like she was like starstruck when we met him. I'm looking at her like, hey, I do this too. she loves Luke, but no, he's a really, really, really nice, down to earth person. So yeah, I mean, and no disrespect to Stan, I like Stan. Met him in Vegas. Stan's a really good guy, but I got to go with my guy Luke. That's been my A1 day one.
So this is why you got the better part of the question. I got played. by my boy Sledge. I thought we were tight, but Sledge played me because you're going to see in a minute. Joe, Anthony Venture and Chad Money Minutes are doing a live at the same exact time. You cannot switch back and forth. Which one are you watching? So I'm going to preface my answer by saying, yeah, I'm going to bag out of this one. And I'm going to tell you why. If I want raw information and it's on something that I'm super interested in, it's going to be Chad. 100. If it's seeing someone that can make a grown man cry and make them just turn into nice, it's Staten Island Oprah, aka Anthony Venture. All right? Because Staten Island Oprah, all of a sudden, I swear to God, like he made me cry. It was the first time I did a live like that in December. I cried. You know? So
oh man.
So it's just so I'm gonna play the middle. And the reason is this. Yeah, and Chad and I said it earlier in the live. I owe Anthony a lot because he didn't have to have me on and talk to people about me and help me do thumbnails and help me. He said, Joe, try to fix this. This is better for you. The other day, I didn't know, guys, and I'm sharing this with you live. I didn't know that when you click on your channel page, if you don't touch it, YouTube puts whatever the heck they want up there. And I had like all these shorts showing and stuff.
Yeah.
He told me, switch it to this, your most viewed video, more people will be drawn. Sure enough, as we say in Spanish, dicho y hecho. You say it and you do it. Mm-hmm. It brought more people to my page. I was like, I would have never known that.
Yeah. Anthony's good for stuff like that. Honestly, if Sledge would ask, if you'd asked me what I think you would have said to that question, I would have told you just go with Anthony. I would bow out to that because he's just a good guy, man. He's a good guy.
And there's no, you know what it is? It's genuine and
yeah.
You want to genuinely help. And I think that's what we've said a lot about this community in particular. You have a lot of people that are willing to help. Absolutely. In every community, you have some that don't, but that is what it is, right? But I'm grateful to him. So absolutely. Thank you for letting me get off easy, Chad. Twan has up here, Amex CEO. Yeah, talked about 40 cards to be refreshed in 2024. You no longer have the Amex Gold card, but with the eventual annual fee. So I don't have the gold, but I just got the surpass. I'm meeting the spend on that one. Chad and I spoke about it. Chad was the first to get those certificates, the gift cards back in the winter when that card was refreshed. So yeah, that's it. I've already gotten 2. I got the card in March, but I applied for it before the quarter was over. So I got 1 for the first quarter, and I already got the second one for the second quarter. So I'm already 100 in, and I'm good, right? That's so that good. Was great. So I'm a little still depressed about the Wells Fargo autograph journey card and their partners still. I was hoping to jump on that all day because I wanted to get to a different issuer and try it and bring it out to you people, whether or not it's worth it or not. But I think it might be that. I know I'm going to catch heat for this, but even the Robinhood Gold card, I put my name on a wait list just to see if it's worth it or not. We'll see. But what do you think, Chad? Okay. What's your next card, or what status would you like to see?
Honestly, for if they're going to do an eventual increase, which we know is coming for the Gold card, honestly, I would like to see more travel protections on the Gold card. And the reason I say that is because when I talk to people about getting credit cards, like I helped somebody get a Gold card because he likes to go out to eat. That's his thing. He likes to go out to eat. He likes to drink expensive liquor. And it's like, this is the card for you, but he also likes to travel sporadically. And while they have a 3x multiplier, doesn't get a lot of love because the travel benefits and insurances are lacking. Now, you say that to a lot of people, but I would like to see for more mass appeal, more travel protections, and maybe a hotel credit here or there. But even though most people who don't have travel protections, they just buy the Alliance insurance anyway. It's actually pretty cheap, especially if you travel very little.
Yeah.
So that's what I would like to see, if they're going to increase the gold card or put a small gas multiplier on it.
I agree with you. And that's why kind of it was funny because Sledge also always pushed the green. And the green card to me is really the true travel card.
Highly underrated.
100%. 100%.
Highly underrated.
I made a killing of points with that the last 2 weeks that I was in Florida. Between the food and the parking and the travel. Yeah.
Most folks who have one of these, oh no, it's getting washed out by the thing. Here. Most folks who have one of these,
right,
the platinum card,
right,
they really need one of these, the green card.
100. That would be the first step to get. I told somebody that the other day. I said, he goes, which should I apply for? I said, the green card.
Absolutely.
Dip your toes there first because you get good perks.
I got it at the record high 60,000 point last summer. They gave me 60,000 points and $200 travel credit.
I was in pop-up jail for that one. And then, and then when I went to apply for it again, my gold card was coming up. They just wanted to downgrade me to the green with nothing. And then I was just pissy and was like, no, I don't want it now. And then I ended up getting it anyway. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I remember you did the unenveloping online.
Yeah, I did. So we also have now Christian Staley. First time watching live, been a subscriber for about 2 months. Curious about the Hilton card. Christian, thank you for being here. Honestly, thank you. We do this and we have a blast doing it. And this is Chad, Chad's channel. John has put it up. It's in the chat here. Please show some love out there. This will be my only Amex card. Wondering, okay, if I can use transfer points to Amex or how it works. Chad, you do Hilton.
All right, for the Hilton card, it depends on which ones you get. If you get the white, just the base model, the no annual fee Hilton card, you cannot transfer those points to Amex. Those exist squarely in the Hilton ecosystem. That is where they're going to rest. You can't really use any of them in the Amex ecosystem unless Hilton has their own separate partners like how Marriott does. Now, if you still want to be able to get MR points, but you don't want to pay an annual fee, that is going to be the Amex Everyday card, not the Everyday Preferred. The Everyday is going to be the one that has very limited multipliers, but it still does earn MR points. And Amex being one of the providers that you don't have to have an anchor card with an annual fee in order to get access to all their travel partners. You'll still have them. So you can get the Everyday card and actually transfer your Amex points to Hilton, which is, it's debatable, but Hilton actually does do a lot of transfer bonuses with Amex throughout the year. So it could be profitable if that's what it is that you're aiming for. Plus, if you use that card 30 times in a month, you get a 20% boost on all points that you earn. So that's your primary and your alternative if that's what
that's the Amex Everyday, right?
Yeah.
So it kind of reminds me with their usage of the Bilt card, which I would never be. Sledge was talking to me about that, where you need to use it to get the bonus, right? The points. And I was laughing because when we were with Sledge, he was like, bro, I got to remember to use it a few more times. I was just like, I said, put it on your phone.
Absolutely. You know what? On the first, I buy breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's 3 plus my HOA. That's 4. And I just got to use it one more time during the month.
Smart. See,
I'm going to take the 6X on dining. So even if I just go to McDonald's and get a sausage, egg, and cheese, you know what I mean? I'll take those points. If it's lunch, if we're having something going on at the office, date night with the wife, go out for a nice steak dinner. You know what I mean? You end up 600 to 1,000 points there. You know what I'm saying?
That's fire. No, that's true. All day. DJ Bruce Wayne, let's talk about the CSR card and where do you see it evolving or devaluing? Please, for me, I missed out.
Well, the CSR, here's my problem with the CSR. The CSR and the JP Morgan Reserve card are essentially the same card. Chase has no incentive whatsoever to change their cards. And that's because they have scarcity on their side. They have marketing on their side. What could Chase do with the CSR, especially being a $550 premium price travel card that no longer has priority pass restaurants? I mean, it's a Visa Infinite. You have the spend limit there. You have the Visa Infinite benefits. They're going to have to rework the multipliers. They're going to have to up the sub. They're going to have to tie it in harder with the Chase ecosystem, even though you get some great multipliers. That's just a step that they're going to have to make because this card came out as a loss leader. It's the first viral card. So that's what I think about the CSR. Can they do something with it? Absolutely. But it's really indistinguishable from the quote unquote $10 million card. And a lot of people don't even realize that.
I agree 1,000%. And that's why it was funny. I was telling, was it Sledge or maybe you earlier today, when I did the CSR last week in a moment of stupidity, there's no real difference it's always 3 points for Chase on dining, no matter what. You're still getting the same sign-up bonus of 60,000 points, the same spend requirement, and you're paying $455 more for a card that is getting me what? And, give me at least a hotel status. It would be easy for them. They freaking have cards with Hyatt. Give somebody a Hyatt status at that level. The entry one, even. You get the free bottle of water and Wi-Fi, right? How simple is that?
Exactly.
So, but they don't. And then they don't have enough. I have priority pass with Amex, but they don't have as many Centurion lounges as Amex. But if they opened one in Newark, I might want to take a shot at it again. But I'll be honest with you, Chase was great with me when I called him back 8 hours later and said, put me back to the Chase Sapphire Preferred. The woman literally told me, you have to do what's right for you. I get it. Not a problem. Okay. They weren't crazy about it. They weren't nasty. It was good. It was a nice, easy conversation. So, but the CSR needs work. What is this? Somebody said, we all heard it. He coined it. Are we talking about Staten Island Oprah?
Yeah, I think that's what they may be talking about.
So RJ wants to know if you could design a perfect credit card, with up to $1,000 annual fee, what would it be? Which issue with credits, multipliers, and all that? I have my take. What do you think, Chad?
I would do a charge card. It would not be a credit card.
Right.
I would do a charge card to limit the membership. It would give at least minimal airline status with one of the big three.
Yes.
If I could get Delta Silver, that's the one I prefer, as I prefer Delta. If I was into international first class lounges, I would want American Airlines Gold. That way I can actually get up to Emerald faster. Also, it would be a charge card. It would be Amex. Multipliers, there would be a gas, a food, and a travel multiplier. I would do a 333 layout for that. And what else did he ask? It was multipliers. Let me see. Let me go back here.
Credits, multipliers, and all that. That's what he said.
Yeah. I mean, I would actually trade for hotel status. I would take, if they would give me Hyatt Globalist, and even if they would give me Hyatt Globalist, and I'll take Marriott Gold for $1,000, that would be my perfect card. That would cover everything I need.
And I agree with you with that. I don't understand how at that level. My guess is there will be a card eventually that will hit 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
But the only way I could see it make sense, and I would clip other cards to save on the annual fees, would be it would have to give me some sort of airline status. And here's the thing. Chase is so dumb. They can do it with United, give you silver status, which gives you the free bags and a little bit of a priority upgrade line, right? Give them that. Give them the Hyatt. I'll pay $700 for even more than the $550 right now for the CSR. Put that at $7 because that covers 2 cards in my head, right? That I'm going to be able to get value from.
Exactly.
So it's doable. It's just they don't have to do it. That Chase doesn't have to do it.
Why should they?
They
People
don't
are
have
killing
to.
themselves to get their cards.
No, no, no.
They're literally ignoring other issuers to quote unquote garden their 524
Yep.
status. It's a part of the lexicon now.
Yep. Tariq here has a message for you, Chad. I have respect for Chad for defending a young credit card YouTuber when Brian Jung badmouthed him in a video, which I found is bad taste from his part. Yep. We were talking about that earlier, Chad, you and I.
Yeah, it was what's his name? Chandler
Vernon.
Vernon.
He's no longer doing anything.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything from him. I was
I
subscribed to him. He stopped.
I looked.
That's a shame.
And like you said it, you put it best. I have 1 million subscribers. What is 500 going to do to me? Nothing.
Yeah.
I don't even look. Who knows? You know, give me a break.
Yeah.
But I remember that, and we all appreciated you for that. You know. But if we have more, well, Richie, the CEO, says tomorrow he's got to work. He got to dip. Richie, thank you for being here, puppy. Matt, Anthony will be the Staten Island Oprah, and he's going to cut me off and take me off of Discord. Not my fault. I need defense here. I'm on the wait list for the cutter cards. As for Amex, I want to see them buff the gold to be a travel card. If they're going to justify raising it to $300, which I have a feeling is what they're going to do, to $300 and even it out, they got to give you more, because 4 times just for food means what?
It's a great start. It's a great point, but somebody I think mentioned about the grocery availability.
Right.
I know Luke has said something about it too. Like
I can't use it. They don't use it at and they don't use it at Costco, which I go to, and you don't get the multiplier for Walmart or Target for supermarket. So I was leaving that on the table. So I was only being able to use half of a major portion of a card multiplier. That's why I got rid of it, because I didn't have the spend for
the gold.
No, it's
if
a
they
good
gave
card.
The gold wholesale club access, wholesale club multiplier, the gold card would be unstoppable.
I would go get it again with no sub.
It'd be unstoppable.
Because you think about it, you spend how much? I go to Costco. Let me tell you, that 1 gallon of milk I was going to get ended up being $500 worth of batteries and crap that I never thought I was going to use. Times 4?
Yeah.
Come on.
It would be unstoppable.
100%. 100%. You know? But and here's letting the brain wander. The green card, let me tell you, I love the green card. That's what's on my lion card. I made that the lion card. And when I went to Florida, everybody's like, what kind of card is this? I go, it's the green. Oh, I've never seen one like that. I said, I know. That's why I put the green card on this. But Tariq, any person who applies for Amex charge card should do so through the Resi website. Yes, because you do get sometimes those extra like you said, Chad, earlier. Sometimes when you do it, they'll give you like extras for supermarkets or extras for dining.
Yeah,
right?
Like extra 10x. Like when I got my Charles Schwab card, I actually got the sub. It was 100,000 points for $6,000 worth of spend in the first 6 months, and they gave me 10x in the first 3 months, and they gave me 10x restaurants for the first 6 months.
Fire. That's fire.
That's why I didn't rush to get the gold card.
That's fire. And then the other thing is, Tariq, and you still see it, is when you go to different incognito windows and things like that, that you'll get, maybe not the same bonus as Resi, but you'll see higher multipliers normally than you would on just Amex's website. So
yeah, absolutely.
I'm actually considering, I got an email the other day from Amex Business Gold, because I have the Business Gold, and they're like, would you like to upgrade? So they gave me 2 offers, Chad, and you tell me if you think it's worth it. Offer 1, 120,000 points for 10,000 spend in 3 months.
And who's giving you this one more time?
Amex.
Okay. So
to switch to the platinum card, from the gold to the platinum business card.
Okay.
Right?
120,000 points for 10,000 spend
in 3 months, or 150,000 points for the 15,000 spend in 3 months.
Oh, the first one.
The first one, right? Because it's 5,000 less spend.
That and the math checks out. It's a greater return.
That's what I thought. Okay. So I'm considering, but do I really need to spend another almost $700 to mimic another card? No, I already. That's why, and the points just don't do it for me now. I could use, it's just not there.
Yeah, I gotta have a crazy expense to get the Amex. I can't justify the business platinum.
No, thank you. And I thought I was crazy. Thank you.
Yeah,
if they added travel protections to the green or something cool other than the lame 2 points through Amex travel, I'd get a green business card tomorrow. Like if they gave you, let's say, the kind of the same bonus that you got for the green when you signed up, 60,000 MR points, a bonus for something else, for the $150 for a green business card, you're gonna get more value that way than you would a 70,000 gold card bonus at $250 a year.
Yeah, definitely. But I don't think they're gonna budge off the business green. I just don't think it's the moneymaker that they're looking for.
No, it's not. It's not. Michael from One Way Travels. Michael, good coming in from Maple Leaf Country. How you doing, Papi? Good to see you, Papa. And great video on the Frontier Airlines. I've never flown them, but that was really cool, Mike. Phil Mo, wish I can get a sub on that green card. Phil, I did it with no sub, Phil. No sub. John, thank you for putting Chad's channel again. I appreciate you, everybody there, mi gente. Please go over to Chad's, check them out. The real deal, bro. The real deal. These guys are better than Google. They really are. They're quicker. There's no AI here. It's just us. You just made my day, Kristen. That was hot, Kristen. Thank you. Oh my God. Let's be real. The gold card for me rules for restaurants. It does. It does. It's just the groceries is the headache. That's all it is for me. Cesar, ooh, the CSR is trash. Ouch. Ouch. All right. So Dr. Vinny's looking for an elevated offer from some cards. A Filmo, another one. Damn. Ooh, this one hurt. Oh. I'm not even gonna. Cesar threw 3 buckets there.
As my man would say, it's not trash. It's trash.
100. And you could see the garbage truck pushing.
Yeah.
And we have someone here, Leanne Carter. I unsubscribed after that video.
She's cool. She's a longtime friend of my channel. She's participating in lives. She's awesome.
So what video, Leanne? Refresh the one from Brian? Is that the one she's referring to?
Might be talking about that one.
I think a lot of people did. And then he switched gears. He got, I don't know, he became crypto. I don't understand. Yeah. The Chad Sapphire Rewards Visa.
Give it to me.
Oh, wait. Savior, got my Savior one back up in my wallet just in case Amex messes around too much with the gold. And that's true. But you know what, Chad? I might swallow my pride and get the Savior one for like credit. Just in case.
That's what I gave up the sub because I already had a food card. I just wanted, and I knew I had a venture card. So I knew I could interchange the points. And I knew I'd probably spend more on food than on the venture card, which I do. Right. So that way I can still feed my Venture One ecosystem as a backup for points.
Wait, Matt just said, hopefully credit card YouTube will turn on Chase. Yokohama?
Yeah,
damn, that's dirty, Matt. Talking mad trash about Chase Yokohama. He's my boy. The funniest video Chase ever did for me was when he was doing with the blue light in a hotel in Hawaii, the dirtiest hotel.
Yeah.
Yo, he was.
I met him in person too. Super nice guy.
He was a beast for doing that. That was hilarious. You can Venmo 3% cash back at Costco.
Yeah, the Venmo card.
Oh, I get that offer, but I don't know. I don't really use Venmo like that. Like I'm sure they'll do a Zelle card eventually too, but I don't use
probably.
Get extra for dining. Juan Garcia, US Mobile wallet 3 times. Oh, wow. Okay. Resi acceptance rate is higher. Okay, that's good to know, Tariq. Thank you, puppy. Instead of getting CSR, getting CSP or Ink Preferred is the way to go. Let me ask you guys something. I don't know the answer to this. Which card you can't do the business change a business card into the Ritz Carlton, right?
Not that I know of.
Not a. It would have to be the preferred or whatever, like something like that. Or if I had a flex that I flipped out after, right?
No, it needs to be a Marriott card.
Oh,
From
it's
what
a
I've been
Marriott
told.
card. Okay,
Yeah, I
gotcha.
have absolutely no. I don't know why people like that card so much. You have to call to apply the same people who hate the fact that they have to use this mouse to click for a delivery for the gold card because it's so inconvenient are rushing to get the Ritz-Carlton card where you have to pick up the phone and call an actual human in order to
That's
get
funny.
your travel credit applied. It's just I'm not with the hype on that one.
I feel you. I feel you. That's funny. Wait, I have Vinny. Did I answer? Okay. Way to go. Leanne, I get different offers on different browsers. Yep. And different zip codes. 100%. Leanne, welcome, my love. Welcome. Bobby, Tariq, that's all I basically use my Venmo card for. That and Sam's. See, that's good. You get these tips. I would have never known that. He's got, so Filmo got the business plat, 15,000 reimbursable expense. So it was a no-brainer. See, if I
Very
was
cool.
still working like a regular job that reimbursed me, the Board of Ed never reimbursed me for anything. It is what it is in New York.
Yeah.
But I don't have that where I would spend something and I'm going to get reimbursed. So, yeah, that would be great. Actually, I served on a few boards where when we travel for them, you use your own card. And last year I was able to do that a lot, but I'm no longer on those boards. So I kind of lost that little bit of a, point collector there that I had going on. So yeah, Michael, I remember you showed me he got the same offer for the business plat upgrade. Yep. But I can't do $15,000 spend. That's not in my wheelhouse. If I were Amex, I'd bring the shipping category to the business green and make it a small monthly credit or impose a spending cap for a higher multiplier.
Okay.
They need something. What does it do? What does the business green do?
Take up space in trash cans.
Thank you. Okay. You hear the truck
About it.
beep, beep, beep as it backs up.
Yeah,
100%. It's like
that's
that
all.
card. And Sledge and I spoke about this. It's like the other one, the plum. What would you do with a plum card?
Now the plum is for spenders.
Okay, is
If
that
you
what it
carry a
is?
lot of inventory, if you're flipping a lot of inventory, because it gives you an extended time to pay the bill. So definitely, I do see a lot of use for the plum card, but it's not sexy as everybody else because it does have a big sign up bonus. But it is a business charge card that can be very useful for people who have a lot of turnover.
Okay. See, I didn't know. I'm glad you told me that. I always looked at it. I was like, but okay.
Yeah.
And look at DJ Bruce Wayne. He should have gotten the green card. Well, one sub missed. Well, when we did it, you know what it was? I had the platinum first, and then I got the gold sub, which you were allowed to. And now, if you don't do it in order, you're gonna miss out no matter what. You know, Tariq. You know what, Tariq? You just brought. Thank you for reminding me about this. I like that triple A. Some of their cards are solid.
Yeah.
There's two of
5%.
them, right? Are they kind of
5%.
mimic
Yeah.
each other's, Chad? There's two cards for
Kind
them.
of a little bit. I
What's the
don't remember
difference
off
with
the
them?
top
Is
of
one
my
more
head, but I
gas
know
or
they do
something?
have a solid card.
One is more gas, I think, or whatever, and the other one's more food.
Yeah.
Is that like there was a slight difference?
I want to say it's something to that effect.
But it's a solid card, and you don't even have to be a AAA member,
Yeah.
which I didn't know until I saw it. I was, oh my God, that's cool. So Matt is saying JPM Chase, not Chase Y. I know. So Leanne hasn't even started on the Amex cards, charge cards yet. Leanne, you got a lot of love here, Leanne. Vin, okay, for the airline credit. Okay. So
Okay.
instead of calling, you could do the chat. Okay, that works. Right reactions, Domino Masters. You can
I
secure
stand
message.
corrected.
Okay, there you go.
I
How you
stand
doing?
corrected.
Welcome tonight. Welcome. See, okay. Where I live, there is a Costco, but it's so packed. It's the one in Teterboro, New Jersey. and there's a Walmart. Imagine a super Walmart and a Costco together, literally in the same parking lot. You can't fit a soul there. I won't go. It's murder.
Yeah, no, it's no point.
No, it's just murder at that point.
They're gonna bang up that pretty Tesla.
And I know, and I paid extra for that red paint. You already know.
Yeah.
So, Matt, the Marriott Boundless or Bountiful with 10 limit can become the Ritz-Carlton, the Ritz card, though I think the Ritz card is coming back. You know, I have the Marriott Amex one, the business. I think it's 125. I got a lot of points for it last year. I'm waiting for my certificate to come through, you know, so that's going to be, you know, but it's not a bad card. And actually, when I did
business,
yeah, the Bonvoy business isn't bad.
I love that card.
Yeah,
that's my Marriott card.
Really? Okay. And I you know what I did, Chad, which worked when I was in I did the FHR credit for the JW Marriott in Orlando. And technically you're not supposed to get the points, right, for Marriott. Mm-hmm. I showed them my Marriott Boundless card. They have my number on it. I got all the credit on my app and they didn't take it away.
The common thing is that actually through FHR, you tend to get your points because since they have their relationship, it's actually at the hotel's discretion. Right. So even when I've done FHR for Hilton properties, I've gotten my stay, I've got my full credits in everything. Plus, they applied my diamond status in order to give me an upgrade.
Really?
Absolutely. Through the FHR, they leverage that Amex relationship and you are treated differently.
Wow. Okay, right now I want to introduce everybody to Carlos Rodriguez Salcero, my boy here. He's been awesome. Chad, he's following you as well now. He's subscribed. He's just a great guy. We've been going over some stuff the last week on the phone. He's a local guy as well. So, Papi, God bless you. Thank you for being here. I know people work at night. I get it. You know, so I appreciate you being here, Carlos. Juan uses the chat feature. Leanne, what do you think about using Chase points for excursions in Hawaii? I've never been to Hawaii. Okay, you've done it?
No, I haven't done it, but I am a huge fan. I don't know what happened there. With
your light just went out. You did a sledge just now. Your light went and came back.
Yeah, I am a huge fan of the Chase Travel Portal. When I am out doing things, I book it with my Chase Freedom Unlimited. I get 5x. The Chase Travel Portal for excursions is powered by Viator. Absolutely amazing. I have no problems whatsoever. I've ordered car services, excursions. If you use the Chase points, you can absolutely feel free to do so. I like to pay cash for them because that helps me build my bank for the next trip.
Right.
But they're amazing. The Chase Travel Portal, it just can't be topped, especially if you're already on location. That's how we did the gondola ride in Venice. That's how we went down to Pompeii and Positano and the Amalfi Coast. Worth every second of every cent.
Yeah, business green, a waste of $95. Oh, see, Leanne, but that makes sense. If you're an eBay seller, then the shipping, I get it. You know, and that's for certain people, depending on your line of work, that's you know, massive. So I get that 100%. You know, yo, Tariq is on fire here. AAA daily advantage 5% on grocery. And the advantage on gas. So it is grocery and gas. Which one would you do then? Well, you have an electric car, so the gas, I would imagine, no, and just go with the food, right?
I actually probably get the gas car for my wife.
Okay.
She drives an SUV, so because she has to take the kids.
Okay. Tariq, man, bro, you talking about we have Google here. This is like amazing. I love this.
Absolutely.
How would you both celebrate 5/24, May 2024? How are you going to celebrate that?
Hopefully, I'll get another non-Chase card and bump my 5/24 number up.
Gangsta. How many ecosystems are you in, Chad? I don't think anybody's asked that.
No, Amex, Chase, Capital One, 3.
So nothing from Wells, nothing from Bank of America.
Oh, I'm sorry, 4 Wells.
Okay, and nothing from like U.S. Bank or nothing, or Navy Federal, none of the credit unions, right?
No. No, I do have the American Airlines business platinum card, but technically that's an American Airlines ecosystem because I don't earn city points on that.
Okay. And here's Key. Key, how you doing? Thank you for coming through.
Hey,
Appreciate it.
Key.
Appreciate the love. This is awesome. Guys, don't forget to please go to Chad's channel, hit that like and subscribe so we could put this out there, mi gente. I also have a membership here. Chad and I are members of each other's channel, and some of us here as well, Sledge. It's fun. We got membership only, perks and stuff like that. So if you want to just join, by all means, and all of the links are in the descriptions for everything else that you guys need. If it's worth it to you, just check it out. Chad, I watched your video on business cards. I do a little freelancing, but I worry about putting personal spend on them. But credit card fans are high on them overall. What do you think, Chad, about putting your personal spend on a business card?
I mean, by all means, as long as the car company gets paid, look, to be honest with you, they don't care what you spend on. I personally, because I've been running my own business for so long and I've been consulting and I have an S Corp, it's like, for me, I like to keep my spend separate because at tax time, you're seen as two separate entities. And your business is an entity in and of itself, and you are an entity. And you really don't want those things commingling because they're not looked at the same. That would be my advice. By all means, your miles may vary, but I just don't have good luck with gaming the system to that degree. So I would just like to play it safe because I don't want to get a bill from Uncle Sam or about anything that I could really avoid.
I think the only time I've put personal spend on a business card was to meet the sub.
Yeah.
Right. Other than that, I really do try to separate it because that's the point to it, right? I mean, technically, right? I mean, I'm sure there are people that do this and never even give it a thought, but like you, maybe it's because I'm older. I don't want an audit letter. I don't want any of that. So I make sure I keep it separate and I keep a spreadsheet of the cost. And so like when I'll give you a perfect example. Regular Amazon Prime, Amazon Business. I use my Amazon Business card on the Amazon Business side of it. And then depending on what card is offering some deal on Amazon, if it was Discover, if it was whatever, then I'll use that on the personal side.
Absolutely.
I try not to mix it up because it gets dirty quick.
Because they send you spending reports. Your business cards will give you the spending reports that your personal cards won't. Or if your personal cards do, they'll be much more detailed. So as a rule of thumb, if I can't claim it on a 1040 or a schedule this or a 10 that form, I just don't use my business card on it. I'll just let me get a personal card. Let me work on a sub or let me just figure it out that way. It's just not worth the hassle between the months of January and April when you have to separate all this stuff, especially if you have to use an accountant or anything like that.
And that's what I did this year for the first time in this space and showing him 1099s from Chase and Amex and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
I learned a lot this year. Now, Leanne also wants to know, how do you feel about to spread out with different ecosystems? Well, Chad, you have 4, right? You said?
Mm-hmm.
I only have Amex. Well, I have Barclays. I forgot. So Barclays, Amex, and Chase, because I have the JetBlue card and the Wyndham Business Earners, which is one of the most slept on cards.
Absolutely. I wish I could. I'm on the Barclays blacklist, so they'll never give me any one.
They are the biggest pain to get a card for business. It took me 3 months. And then they gave me a $2,000 credit line.
Yeah, I don't have the patience for that. Oh, I can't do it.
But they were like calling the bank. Literally, they called the bank. I had to fax stuff over. I was like, oh my God, for $2,000? Are you kidding me?
Yep.
But the benefit for me on the other side was when I went to Europe, the upgrades and stuff at the hotels were just amazing. And the Caesar's Diamond status you get is great.
Yeah.
John is in 8 ecosystems. God bless you, John. Bro, that would be 5 too many for me at this point.
Yeah.
Carlos is saying 524 is killing me. Can't get the AAA card, but it's really solid. Carlos and I have been talking about that. Chad, could you remind Carlos how many you're over right now?
Oh man, I lost count. At this point, somebody I can't remember who coined the phrase. I don't know if it was Ninja on his live with Anthony Venture, but I am LOL 24, and I've been such for years. Literally right out of the gate.
But is
I'm
there
out.
any card from Chase that would really move you that you're like, oh my God, I gotta get under to get it at
If
this point?
if they erase my 524 status, the very first card I would get would be the Freedom Flex. I think it's a solid card, has a great sign up, has a great bonus. And then on top of that, you have flexibility to either go to a Sapphire if you want to, or just go to an OG Freedom and then reapply for the Freedom Flex and get the points again. And you can strategize those floating categories. So that would be the one for me. Other than that, I am wholly and totally unimpressed by Chase's lineup.
See, and I don't, like I told you earlier, I don't have the unlimited or the flex. Because for me the categories is whatever. Now I got used to it with the Discover card, but I could see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I can see that being, but right now, unless Chase, and that's why it's funny. I went for the reserve because I wanted something new, but when I realized that what was new was worse than the old one I have of this preferred, I just went right back to the preferred.
Yeah,
It just
absolutely.
made no sense.
That's a smart bet.
So Leanne is also saying here, I have JetBlue, Delta, Hilton, Marriott, Chase, Car City. Oh my God. Yo, we got to hang out there, Leanne, because
Oh
and
yeah,
she
she's
also
a rock
has,
and roller.
I'm trying for the Wyndham business. They're giving you, yo, seriously, Leanne, I had to have everything on point for Barclays. Like when I tell you I had a folder with the paperwork, with the LLC, with the good guy record from Jersey, with the formation, they wanted everything. DNA evidence, social, you name it. It was just crazy. So I feel you. No trouble getting cars from Barclays, but they can be difficult. No, they are. They really are. Vincent, you can earn Bilt points without even having the Bilt card. Huh?
Yeah, you can be a member of the Bilt ecosystem without being a card holder. Yeah, I had
Really?
mentioned it. Yeah, I had mentioned it on one of my videos, but it's like one of the tricks. You can actually extend Bilt status. You just gotta like you more so have to leverage like Bilt Dining and some of the other programs. But yeah, you can earn Bilt points without the card.
Yo,
You
that's
can test drive.
wild.
Absolutely.
That's wild.
He
And
speaks
then,
the truth.
so he's asking, does that count as being in the ecosystem? Yeah, I would
Absolutely.
imagine it does,
Absolutely.
right? So, yo, Carlos needs the preferred. You know what? It's a good. And if you can't, Carlos, I don't know if you can get a business side. Like if you when we talked about maybe doing something on the side, the Ink Preferred gives you great value as well. The Ink Preferred gives you 3 times on travel, which is better than the 2 times on the regular Sapphire Preferred. And then you could transfer points into the Chase portal with the Ink Preferred. It's a solid business card for $95.
Absolutely.
You can't
Absolutely.
beat it. Sometimes super easy, and other times I hear you. Yo, seriously, you gotta tease them with like snacks to have them comfy, like I do for my dog.
Yeah.
Jesse is here. Jesse, welcome, welcome, welcome. YouTube experiment. Hello, Papa. How you doing? Good to see you. Okay, so see, look, Leanna's getting bill points. Leanne, what are you doing to get bill points with no card? Like, how do you? So is it like you become a member of a hotel app and then you can get the card later, kind of a deal?
No, you just go to Bilt.com.
But how do you earn Bilt points? What would you have to show them or prove to them? You know what I'm saying?
Well, the Bilt Dining, you can actually associate non-Bilt cards to it.
Okay, so you'd have to use their dining fee. Okay, got you.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, so like that's a great way to stack Amex and Bilt points, especially on rent day. So if you have a 3x Bilt restaurant and you use your associated Amex card, now you're getting 7x, 4x on the Amex, 3x on the Bilt, and you don't have a Bilt card.
That's fire. I didn't know that. Look at YouTube experiment. Barclays is crazy. Hardest recon call. They nearly called me for full background and drug test. Almost had to donate a kidney. It's just you're not kidding. You are not kidding. Yo, the Wyndham business card, but it's fire. I'll never get rid of it. I'm telling you the truth. Thank you, Leanne. Thank you, my love. I appreciate that. And then you could earn Bilt points with Lyft rides. Okay.
Yep.
See, and look, again, better than Google, guys. You can link airline loyalty program on Bilt ecosystem and get Bilt points.
Absolutely.
Wow. Yep. So, okay, Chad, you have the Bilt card. You don't pay rent, right?
No.
How do you maximize? Now, you mentioned that on the first you go to dine and whatever. How else would you maximize that card? Like, I considered that card, but I didn't know how to
for my HOA.
Does it work?
Yeah.
No.
My HOA, I'm actually able to use the checking account feature, and I get it. They nix the fees. It's a rent expense. I get 1x. And I just pay it through that way. I do the dining on the days that I can, and I actually have my Bilt card tied to my American Airlines Advantage shopping portal and Simply Miles because it's a MasterCard and it works out for me that way.
Chad, okay. Where have you been my whole life? So my HOA in Florida went up to almost $450. And I let them access my bank account and they still charge me.
Yeah, no, I use a Bilt card for that.
Wow.
Yeah, I use a Bilt card for that.
Oh, no. That might be the next one. Okay. All right. You see,
remember to use a referral code.
I'm Joe, do me a favor, text me your referral code if you can.
Sure.
All right.
I'll text it because I actually got to go wrangle up the kids. I can still hear them.
I know, we've been on 2 hours already. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
No, so you got to go now, Chad, or?
No, I see there's some questions here. I don't want to leave those.
No, so puppy, please, because I'm slow on the go here with this because the light's hitting me in the face. Read them off.
All right, it looks like Tariq Burke says, have a question for you both. Is Bilt worth having without rent? I have autograph and choice hotel privilege, select MasterCard through Wells. Actually, I think we just answered that one. Depending on what rent expenses that you have, HOA is a rent expense if you live in a home or townhome or so on and so forth. But just remember with the Bilt card, you can only associate the rent expense with one address. They will slap your hand if you try to pay the whole block's rent with your Bilt card in order to get the points. I know John, he is a homeowner. He has a Bilt card, uses it for his mortgage, and they have not slapped his hand yet. So he is in love with it and probably racking up Bilt points like crazy. Call Me Lonnie is a platinum member, just got an awesome candle in the mail from them. And they're also giving him a status match with, I think it's Air France KLM, which could help him get into La Premiere air service, which I want to fly as well.
John just yelled at me that I didn't watch his videos of Bill. I'm sorry, puppy. Don't get mad at that. Don't get mad at me. Don't. Oh my God, you were too freaking cute. This is my boy Miguel Santiago. When I did, last week I was in Florida. I went to hang with him, and I was interviewed for a local reporter here for politics on New Jersey politics, and I was in his house. The view is amazing. God bless you, Miguel. Thank you. It says, Uncle Joe, Tammy was eavesdropping on my video here. She says you're yelling that Visa has a Cowboys card. Oh, she's the only other Cowboys fan. Oh my God. Yes. Tammy, do it. Tammy, do it. Don't listen to Miguel. Just go do it. God, I love it. I love it. Xavier. Yo, we're at 50. You know, I've never hit 50 on a live stream.
Really?
I'm at 50. I hit 53 2 seconds ago. I'm at 52 right now.
Up.
Yo,
that's what's up.
Thank you. There's love for you here, Chad. That's not my good looks, bro. It's all you, kid. It's all you.
I appreciate everybody.
That is fire. Thank you. Thank you guys for doing this. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Not describe, like I said before. If you time your bills to hit it on the first, you can get 2 times on scheduled expenses.
Absolutely.
So scheduled expenses like light gas kind of stuff too?
Yeah, like take your cell phone bill. Bilt card has one of the best cell phone protections, rivals the Amex Platinum card. And if you simply make your cell phone bill due on the first, you get 2x for your cell phone bill and you get free insurance. Like there are a lot of creative ways that we can play with these cards. That's why I like to put content out where I have people look at things from a different perspective, because if everybody marches in the same line, like, you know, you get killed from the sides. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wow. Yo, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. See, even Matt said, Joe's getting the Bilt card. Yeah, I didn't think I needed it, but I mean, I'm paying through the nose and I might as well get something for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it over now because
You are the man. You are
let
the
me
man. You
see
are the man.
here.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I'm
Let
trying to
me-
catch up to where we are. Got rid of your JetBlue card. Yeah, they cut out Vegas. That's true. That's how I flew them from Newark to Vegas. And now they're not doing that. You know, I wish Bilt will offer the card for my mortgage. Oh, God. You ain't kidding me. In Jersey, between the mortgage, rent, and the taxes, forget it. It was almost 4 G's for me. DW has Bilt for rent. Matt would be, that would be a shame. Domestic economy redemptions. Tuning in. Just Cruise. Okay. This guy here, Chad, Just Cruise, was one of my former students. Served our country for 20 years.
Thank you, sir.
And has his own channel to help veterans.
Do me a favor. I just sent you that link over. Send me a link to his channel. I'd love to subscribe.
Do me a favor, puppy. Put it in the chat, puppy, please. Yo, he does a service on all aspects of once you're out of the military. Help with veterans benefits, help with, you know, issues that they have. Throw that here. That's why I love my kids. They will always be my kids. They you know, he's gonna push 40 if you're not 40 already. They're still my kids. God bless. Thank you. Tariq, thank you, puppy, for everything tonight. Without you, forget it. You know. Oh, at Just Cruise. Oh, good evening. Look at that. I thought that was his channel. Let's be clear. 2 Supermen. Thank you, Dr. Vinny. I appreciate you. We're catching up here. Bill Mortgage is coming. I wish. Leanne, I was planning on taking JB to Newark and then the path into the city. Yo, that I've only taken the path once into the city from here. But Leanne, whenever you're here, please. Now, anybody have any questions, chat? I know you got to go, puppy. And I know, I'm sorry, we're past the 2-hour mark here. Guys, if you have any questions, any concerns, anything you want us to know, any shout outs, anybody's birthday, you know, anybody. No, Tariq, honestly, man, you were like our super Google tonight. Like, I just thank you, because, you know, it's just, you know, look at this. This is funny. This man has advised me since you were never a knucklehead, puppy. You look what you did, bro. You did what I could never do. And literally gave your life and put up with so much. So the love is there, truly. Thank you, Pa. Xavier again, puppy, but what the hell, bro? Thank you, Xavier, man. You know, I just, awesome. I can't. It just, I can't with you guys. Thank you. You know, Staten Island Oprah.
That's it. I can go on that. Staten Island Oprah.
I'm so gonna pay for this with Anthony tonight. But you know, chat, I know you gotta go. So, my friend, do you have any parting words? Anything you'd like to say to people, or anything you want to bring up?
To be honest with you, I feel like family. I feel like, and here's the thing, like we even said, like, oh, how long do we have? When it's natural like this, it will just flow, and it will just happen. I didn't
know, Chad. I didn't know.
So now with this, what I can say is what I normally say in lives, and I do a lot of lives, and that is you could have been anywhere else, but you decided to be here. I don't count milestones. Each and every one of you that is here is a milestone, because without you, there is no us, and you are greatly appreciated. Thank you for your time. Please show my man Joe Barreto all the love in the world. Papa, thank you so much. So much. You don't understand the grace and humility that you've invoked in me and the gratitude that I have for you to invite me onto your channel, to invite me to your platform, and just to converse with me as a friend, if I should be so presumptuous. And I look forward to meeting you. And thank you again for this.
Yeah, Chad, I thank you, my friend. I and John, thank you for putting up his link. Um, it's funny because we close out the same way. I took a line from one of the news channel 4 NBC News reporters on weekends,
Mhm.
Jose Ballart, and he says, "Thank you for giving me the privilege of your time." And it is the honest to God, um, just it's so true because you could be
Yeah,
anywhere else doing anything else on a Tuesday night at 9 o'clock, and we started at 7. You
absolutely.
know, it is just, I can't thank you. And again, we still have so many people on here live. It's just amazing. I want to give a shout out to David Figueroa. Got to watch this from the beginning. You both are great. David, thank you for being here. I appreciate that. We have a lot of info, believe it or not, as fun as this was and as lighthearted, but I learned a lot. I learned about Bilt, which I think now the grazing is going to end. I'm not grazing. I'm
That's
going
it.
to
Let it
chomp
end for a
on the
good
Bilt.
cause.
Now, is Chad, is there there's no offer, right? There's no sign-up bonus, so you don't have to meet a spend, right?
No, but sometimes what they'll do is if you get an approval and you're targeted, they'll give you 5x multiplier for the first 5 days of holding the card. So you can get some accelerated points building. So I've seen people tend to time their application towards the end of the month so that 5x could also cross over rent day.
Oh, damn. Okay. So now, do you know if they're very sensitive to like how many inquiries and stuff like that, or
No, not
no?
that I've heard of.
Okay.
The build card is actually fairly easy to get.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't care about Chase 24. It doesn't matter to me. I already got the
Yeah.
second business card. I don't need, look
Yeah.
at this. Phil Mo, let's go Knicks. I forgot to say I do like the Knicks.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, no, finally. There's one
Well,
New
one
York
for
team.
three ain't bad.
No, no, no. And what's your basketball team before I let you go?
Me, I don't really watch basketball.
No?
I'm not a big sports guy.
Oh, okay.
Not
Because
really
you
a big
built
sports
you
guy.
built like you play ball and could.
I used to play basketball and football,
Oh,
but
wow.
yeah, I don't do that stuff anymore.
Wow. Okay. No, well, I was a kid growing up. I liked the Boston Celtics because of Larry Bird and whatever as a kid, and him playing Magic Johnson and him playing, you know, and because he couldn't jump, so I related a lot
Yeah.
to him. Just- there's no Puerto Ricans in the NBA, bro. Let's just call it that. It's just let's just really call it that. But I see we got Nick fans here, sports ball. That's true, Dr. Vinny. That's
Yeah,
true. But Chad Puppy, thank you. I love you, kid. God bless you. I will see you and we will meet up in Florida. I promise you that.
absolutely,
You know? God
absolutely.
bless you, my friend. My love to your wife. And thank you for being here, Papa. All right.
And mine to yours. And thanks again. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
everybody. Thank you so much. I'm gonna sign up and go wrangle up. I got a
Go,
3-year-old who's up at 9 o'clock, and I got to
go,
figure out why that
go.
is.
I love you, kids. God bless you. Take care.
All
Good night.
right, take it easy.
Bye-bye. So mi gente, Chad is the man, as you saw. This live was just amazing. And I want to thank all of you guys for just being here. It's as you can see, God bless him. He's got a lot of jobs, a lot of things he does, a lot of things he juggles, but he's always there for all of us. So, I'm grateful to Chad for doing this tonight. I'm grateful for all of you for being here. I'm grateful for the super chats that I got. I'm going to beg you to forgive me because I got to ask Anthony how to pull up that list of the people that are doing super chats to thank them. But, you know, tonight I never cracked 50. 50 people watching at one time on a Tuesday night is massive for me. So thank you. I'm really, really touched. You know, and like Caesar just said, DJ Bruce Wayne's just said, Caesar, absolutely. Chad, Michael, thank you. John, I appreciate you. Matt, Anthony. So you guys are the reason why we do this. You guys are the reasons why we try to be more creative. And if there's ever anything in the future that I can do for you guys, do me a favor, just reach out. The email is thecreditcardconnection@gmail.com, or hit me up on the channel, or anyway. A lot of you guys are on the Discord. But like Chad said, I thank you because you guys could be doing something else. You chose to be here on a Tuesday night. But I thank you for being with me. But most of all, I thank you for giving me the privilege of your time. Mi gente, I love you. God bless you. And Joe the Don, I love you guys. God bless you, man. Thank you for a wonderful night. Be safe, everybody, and get some rest. Have a good night. Take care. Thank you. Love you, Papi. Please leave your channel here. Please, please, please. Because I know people want to just reach out to you, Papa. I appreciate that. You being here means a lot to me. Honestly. Thank you, Pa. God bless you. I love you. And I really do thank you for everything you did for us here. People that don't know you, what you've done for this country, thank you. God bless you, Papa. And thank you for the service that you're doing for the people that were in your shoes. So do me a favor, leave it in the comment before you go tonight. All right. I'm not gonna shut down until I see your channel, your little at whatever, please. Because I know I have it. I could always send it to him. But I will do that. And I'm also gonna post it on my channel page in the community section. Okay. But cuídate, papá. Que Dios te me cuide siempre. Te quiero. I love you. Bye, mi gente. These are like Puerto Rican goodbyes. Nobody leaves. Oh, God, I love this. Oh, my God. I can't wait, you guys. You guys are just the best. Honestly, you have no idea. And my dog says goodnight too. He's been on my lap for the last hour here, being miserable, but it's all good. It's all good. As you can see, he just hit my laptop. Good night, guys. This is for real now. Okay. By the count of three. By the count of three. One. I want to see people drop off. One. Wait. Es que you had to. We're going to stare at you. I'm going to do a Phil Mo. I'm going to give you an eye. No, that's not Phil. That's, I'm sorry, Phil. Brian Peckin. Pride Night. I'm going to give you the eye. All right. You guys are the best. Xavier, papi, gracias. Te quiero mucho. Thank you for everything. 1, 2, 3. Buenas noches, mi gente. I love you. Bye.